Brian looked at me one day. It was another one of those things where he was like, hey, we're going to put a con on in 6 months. And like most things that Brian says to me, I turn and say, okay, sure. 6 months later, I'm standing in it like, oh, wow, what have we done?
From September 7th through the 9th, Retrograde Toy and Video Game Museum collaborated with UCM to host the RetroX convention. We caught up with their president Brian and co-president Ryan to get the lowdown on RetroX.
Retrograde is a charitable toy and video game museum with all of the nostalgia we could muster and find. We're trying to give everybody the feels.
I'm the president of Children's Community Charity and Retrograde Charitable Toy and Video Game Museum. Retrograde Charitable Toy and Video Game Museum here at 112 West Gay is a concept or an idea that we came up with a couple years ago.
Brian and Ryan's idea would eventually lead them to partner with UCM. Thus, the RetroX convention was born.
RetroX was to bring awareness, first and foremost, within the community about that kind of centralization project, and also to bring all of that geeky community, that large community that's out there together, and to focus that community on the community outward. What if we could, instead of just focusing on one little area of like a convention, if you will, or whatever, what if we could focus on all of it? And we could bring all of those people together to focus on one another and just having a good time.
RetroX was an event that brought together numerous vendors, people that wanted to play games. We're talking card-based games, table-based games. We had RC cars and arcades, yeah.
We had arcades, machines, old arcade machines that were brought in. We had several tournaments on those with like Street Fighter II and Turtles in Time and just some really great old classic stuff. We had console gaming going on, so we had Smash Brothers tournaments, we had some Halo tournaments, we had some old school Mario Brothers run-throughs.
We had a nice Ghostbusters truck. We had a whole troop of Ghostbusters show up. Numerous Star Wars reenactors, like full-on battalions coming, and we had stormtroopers and just all kinds of other cosplayers. It was good stuff.
There were several different cosplayers that their work was just amazing. Just the ability to take on that character, the Nightcrawler, which was that's Carly Bosmer. That's amazing stuff. That was also what we were after with RetroX too, in creating that community atmosphere, with bringing everybody together, with showing people that there are other people just like you that have those same kinds of likes, and that this is a place where we all tribe up, and that it's a good place, and to enjoy and revel in what you do, but that good can come of that, and good can come of people focused in that direction and focused on the community, even by playing games. I'm looking for that moment, and we all are here. We're looking for that moment when somebody walks through and they see maybe just the smallest thing, the smallest toy, the smallest game, whatever it is, but they just connect with it. And we're looking for that, there's no more joy. Like that's the biggest amount of joy that I just can't even describe.
When people walk into Retrograde, I want them to feel that sense of nostalgia, like whenever you see an old TV show and it pops on, you got to stop the clicking for just a minute, just to see what's going on, just so you're like, oh, I remember this was great. I want everybody to feel that when they walk through our doors. I want them to see something like, oh man, I remember playing with that toy. Because when we think about that stuff, when we think about how easy it was when we were kids, oh, I'm gonna play with Batman, I'm gonna share with my friend next door, whatever. That's all it ever was. There was never like, I'm gonna be Batman and you're gonna be this because you're the bad guy. Nobody cares. Let's all be Batman and Robin. Let's all play together. Let's all enjoy these toys, Like, I want people to remember what it's like to be so open-minded and innocent. I want you to remember what it's like to be a child and to just play, you know? Like, go back to being a kid where times were simple and things were fun all the time.
Reporting from Lowdown, I'm Brendan Wade.